This is going to be fun working with Tracy and April. I'm super excited about the block that we're going to be making. What do you think? This is my background fabric. Can you think of a designer whose fabric would just be gorgeous with this? Would his name start with a letter K? If you guessed K Facet, this is going to be my very, very first quilt I've ever made from Kaffe, and I am so excited. Now this is really a mess, and I can't tell you which collection it is. It was given to me. I'm going to open this for you so you can see all the gorgeous colors. I have a little bit of a challenge, and I think I've overcome it. This is the block, and this is the challenge, the size grid. It says that this block works great with the layer cake, and it has you actually cut the squares 10 7/8 of an inch. Oh, I hate that measurement. You have to have a ruler with 10 7/8 to be able to love that measurement. My square that I'm working with is only 10 inches square. I decided to pare my block down just a scooch, just a little scooch. What I'm going to do is just take off the 7/8 of an inch. I can get 2 pieces of Kaffe in every block. There's a couple that I am not going to use. I may not use this one. I'm definitely not going to use this piece right here. Looks a little bit like camouflage to me.
I can't believe we finally made it. We finally made it.
We need to keep looking at the camera. Otherwise, even though we're talking to each other.
Okay. I got coffee breath, sorry.
I don't
So do
care.
I.
Well, we're going to talk to the camera, so it won't matter.
Okay.
Coffee breath.
I have so many bloopers for this video.
It's going to be awesome.
So we finally made it to QuiltCon. Can you believe it?
QuiltCon.
Yeah, QuiltCon. And you know, we got some stuff in our laps here, but they're not QuiltCon stuff. It's not QuiltCon stuff. It's stuff that, you know, before this whole trip even happened, this one right here called me up. She had this idea.
No, so now I'm...
Okay, Dot, tell your idea to the people.
I thought we should do a challenge since the three of us were together.
The 3 Quilt AMIGAS.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the first time ever.
And so I pulled out this book that 2 of the Quilt AMIGAS have. April and
I don't have it.
But you know what? Tracy looked at it and said, I got this, babe.
Yeah, I got this. No problem.
I don't know. She does get...
She's good. You know,
We decided to challenge ourselves with this block. And guess what it's called? Block number 3. So we figured it was perfect
I thought it was called Birds Fly Together.
Well, that was another
Or wait a
book I
minute.
found
but
in
we
that.
like block 3. It's a Quilt Amiga
Because
block.
we're the 3 Quilt AMIGAS. So this is block 3.
Okay.
See?
I thought it was Birds in the Air, but okay.
Well, in another book.
Because I don't have the book C, so I wasn't able to reference anything.
No, that's true. So you're just magic.
So what
Do
was
you
the
believe in
challenge?
magic?
So the challenge was,
We all make a quilt using this block. Block number 3. Can you see it? I hope so.
yes.
And we had a deadline. And you know I love
Oh yeah, she loves deadlines. She loves deadlines, and I'm the only one that keeps deadlines.
I had a meltdown. I melted down.
She did.
Down.
She did.
Down.
She
I
did.
melted down.
So anyway, we are all going to do our quilt reveal here.
Here, that was the challenge. That was
Yes.
the challenge.
Yes.
You challenged me that I had to use the block. I had to use it, but I had to use it at least one time in my quilt. That was the challenge. I had to call her on that and make sure. So anyway, so we got to QuiltCon here, and I'm like, when are we going to film our challenge? We were at dinner the other night, right?
We're supposed to have the reveal of our final quilt.
Right.
Yeah.
Key information.
She said my quilt's all done, and I just thought, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I want to reveal that yet. But
I was very quiet about it.
We had to make the quilts, and we brought them here, and April was going to show hers, myself and Di, right
Like we've not seen them. We have no idea what they look like.
Stick with us,
Yeah.
and each of us will show you how we interpreted the block and how we made it. And boy, is it going to be interesting, because we have 3 different minds that
versions of
that do not think alike. Well, we're assuming there's 3 different versions. So I know I see directions and I'm literally following them. And then sometimes my mind just doesn't go creative, and then miss creative over here and here.
So first of all, friends out there in YouTube land, I'm looking and I see her bag's kind of flat, and she's only got a stack of something over here. So I don't know. So April.
Hold it. Watch this. We're gonna change bags. Magic.
So April, why don't you take the show and show us your quilts from the quilt challenge?
I did a mini quilt.
It's a fish.
It is. I didn't
Hold
finish
it.
my quilt.
Hold it. Look at all those pieces.
You didn't finish your quilt?
I didn't finish my quilt.
That's okay. It was hard.
You're supposed to say, why didn't you tell me?
And you have a full-time job.
I do.
Okay, well, let me see it again. Your mini quilt.
My mini quilt. I have 2 mini quilts. I have this one.
Can I hold it for you all? What do you
And-
think, Trace? Isn't that a cute
I think it's
one?
not done.
I think you're right. You like that one?
And I think our minds think alike.
Did you do it that way?
Are you kidding me? Are you
But
flipping
mine
kidding me?
is in done form.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
So,
Pollyanna
okay,
perfect.
so-
And we didn't talk to each other. Well, we did talk to each other. The reason...
This is darling.
It is, it's cute.
The block, but look at this. You've got different blocks.
Yeah, I didn't do the way these 2 said that the pattern was really hard. They didn't tell me what they did. And so I chose to do some research and not do it the hard way.
This pattern looks so easy. It is a mind twister, and it twisted my mind. I had a meltdown. I was sewing for QuiltCon, and well...
But you have a quilt, though.
Well, let me show you what I have. Okay, no judging, no judging.
What?
No judging. Okay.
What?
I have this beautiful cake.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You pups challenged me to make this god-awful quilt block, and you all come with these?
Uh-huh. And they're beautiful. And
No,
look at
they're
April
not.
Ryan.
No, they're not. No, they're not
Can I just
beautiful.
say, well, they haven't even seen mine.
No, they're not. I don't even want to see it.
Too bad. So sad. Look, great minds think alike, same colors.
Oh, yeah.
So I have this beautiful...
Great minds think alike. We don't finish projects.
That's right.
We were afraid to tell you.
Okay.
Am I scary?
Very
Well,
much so.
yeah, now.
So look how small
In
mine
person.
is. Look how small mine is compared
Oh,
to
wow. Yeah.
yours. This is not trimmed
And yours is
up
pressed.
because I went to trim it up and it was totally cutting all the points off, and I was having a meltdown.
Well, boy, am I disappointed.
Oh, I think that's beautiful. That's cake.
Okay, so I want to see the finished quilt because I bet yours is beautiful.
You all know, anybody that follows
You
me
don't
on my
think that is
anybody that follows me on my channel knows your girl finished her quilt.
That's right.
With
She
sass
won.
and
She
full,
won.
you know.
She is the winner.
I won regardless
Winner.
because I finished the quilt.
That's right.
The challenge was to.
Let's look at it.
All right, y'all. This is the Birds in the Air, the quilt number 3, Quilt
block
Amigas. You know, I finished it. They didn't. You know, I gotta say all the things, okay?
They didn't
right.
tell me.
Are
Don't
you
forget, they
ready?
didn't
Are
tell
you
me.
ready? Quilt
Yes.
Amigas.
Yay! Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh! Look at
Right?
that.
Right?
Yeah, you would have won anyway.
Oh, yeah, you would have won totally anyway.
Wow, that
Oh
is
my
so
gosh.
cool.
Check it out. Look
You
at this.
did. This is all.
Oh my gosh, look, she did the same block you did.
Uh-huh. Oh, we can't even see.
Okay, can you guys?
But look at, this is not, I love how you did that.
Yeah, it's all low volume background.
just
But it, just
scrappy.
the way,
Yeah, it's all
yeah.
scrappy.
Fishies.
What's the
you know what we're
backing?
gonna do? We're
It's
gonna
all
stand
flannel.
next to you with
I
ours.
love it.
So,
Who do y'all think won this challenge? whatever, man, whatever.
You are the winner.
I think that you all owe me something. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'll think of it.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we
I'll
do.
think of it.
all right.
That's
But yeah,
so pretty.
that's it.
I think you
Yay.
should give it to me.
Do you want it? It's yours.
Oh my gosh.
You came up with the challenge, Di. That's the gift you get. Right? Yeah.
The tea has been spilled, so to speak. I am back home from QuiltCon. I am working on my quilt, and the reason I had the meltdown before QuiltCon is because the blocks are not coming out evenly. This is the block. Guess what? It is harder than it looks. I was using the measurements from the block as a test, and it came out fine. And then I decided it's going to come out fine if I do a 10-inch square and just cut it this way, because everything will be in proportion. The place I really run into problems is in the squaring up. Let me show you some of the issues that I've been running into. See this block? It's squared up. I want you to look right here and right here. And then I cut another block. This is where I had the meltdown. I trimmed it up, not even realizing what I was doing. And look on this point right here. There's not a 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut that point off when I put it in a quilt. And down here, look at all the space I have. It's almost more than a 1/4 of an inch. I thought I can just move the diagonal line up and down like this. This isn't working, so I'm going to lay it down flat and show you flat. I think a lot of it was because there's really no directions in this book. It says, here's the size, and I figure I'm an experienced quilter and I can handle constructing this easy block, right? Absolutely wrong. I had an issue with it, Tracy had an issue with it, and April had an issue with it. Now, I think part of the reason I was frustrated because of the time crunch that I was on. So let me show you what happened. First off, I did this stack of blocks and they trimmed up just perfect. Look, there's plenty of room here and here for this block to not lose its corners. When I started out making my first blocks, I didn't have anything to trim off. So I actually made these 5 3/4 of an inch. So I started off with a background piece, 5 3/4 of an inch, cut them in half to a triangle. Let me show you my meltdown block. Look at all the space between here and here. How uneven it looks. I'm just like, how in the world did that happen? I don't have a clue. But the space is ridiculous. There's almost 3/4 of an inch between the end of the fabric and the point. And over here, there is almost 1/2 inch. So it's like, that's just crazy. I have to get these done. I'm going to go with it. Then I came to my meltdown block. There's not even a 1/4 of an inch. And I thought, what in the world is happening here? And on this side, there is almost 3/4 of an inch, or actually 3/8 of an inch. So I went on to my next one, and I couldn't get this space between the point of my triangle and the outside and this space to jive. They were all coming out just terrible. So I'm going to finish squaring these blocks up and see how many I can do and put them together. But I have ruined some of these beautiful cave pieces. When I ruin, that means I needed to bring some other pieces into my quilt, simply because look at the contrast with the background and the colors. Look at that beautiful contrast. That is one thing that K Facet gives us. So this is what I had left to work with. Can you see the problem with this block? It's almost the same color as the background, and there's just not enough contrast for me. If you compare it with these that have all the beautiful contrast, and if you're working with Kaffe, I really want the contrast. So I'm looking at this block thinking, well, that one's out. I can't use that one. And I wanted to. So I'm using one that doesn't have flowers on it that I really didn't want to use. But I decided, whoa, look at the beautiful contrast. This looks gorgeous to me. So there will be polka dots in my Kaffe quilt. These are turning out to be 9 inches. It's not a very big block. And I don't want to make a quilt that's teeny weeny, itsy bitsy, yellow polka dot bikini size, right? I want a full-on quilt. So I better get busy and get these done because I don't want Tracy to come down on me. I finally finished the block, and you know what? I'm so over it. However, I'm going to finish this for the challenge. There are several ways that I could lay this block out, and I just literally threw this one up. It was the first one I thought of, so I'm going with it. Now, I cut some extra background squares. These are 9 inches. As you can see, I'm going to go on point, and I'm going to need setting triangles, and I didn't want to mess with sizing. So I just made my setting triangles out of a 10-inch square. So this is a 9-inch square, and this is a 10-inch square. And I think it's going to work out. And I'll probably just cut 2 extra squares for the corners. But that's my layout. What do you think? I really love the colors. In looking at it, everything is very bright, which is what I wanted. So I am just going to sew it up quick so I can show you a finished quilt. Ta-da! Did you notice the problem I had in construction with this row? I had it in upside down, so I unpicked, put it in. I thought I was never going to finish this quilt. Well, looking at it, I think it's gorgeous. I love the colors. I love that I finished it. Yes, I know it's square. I'm not a fan of square quilts, but I think it's going to be a great snuggle quilt. And it is so pretty and bright. I set out to show off the K Facet fabrics with this block, and I think I did it. I'm pleased with those results. Am I pleased with my construction? No. I could have done so much better. You saw there's missing points in this quilt. There's stretchiness because I have it on the bias. I haven't done my victory lap where I sew all the way around, but I'm going to do that as soon as I post this video. I wanted you to see it. I wanted Tracy to see it so she doesn't call me a son of a pup. And I wanted April to see it. I did get this challenge finished, let's say 90% of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get this quilt quilted and show it to you when it's all done. I think it'll be a beautiful, fun quilt. Back to the construction of the block. I was scrolling through Instagram and I ran into one of Tiffany's, from Tiffany's Quilting Life, posts that she had put up. It's a scrap quilt. It's really cute. And you know what block it is? This one. I about died. After this weekend's over, I'm on the phone with Tiffany and I'm going to find out just if she had any problems with it or what the heck is going on. I can't believe that this block is haunting me so. I want to thank all of you who follow and watch my channel. I love your comments. Keep them coming, and I'll see you in a week. Bye.